A broke man's about to call another broke man broke, but in this scenario, I feel like I'm correct. So if you're correct in the mind, you have the wealth of knowledge that another person doesn't have. And that's what the real non-brokenness matters, right? Aside from my complete random, absolute nonsensical blabbering at the start of this, I need to talk about another VTuber that has come out of the woodworks, basically believing that they are entitled to a community and entitled to like a following, specifically because they believe they put on the right amount of work for VTubing, and that makes sense. People have to follow them, or like it's unbelievable and just a tragedy that they're not getting a following. And I'm gonna show you like a sequence of I think like 4 tweets from this person specifically, and the mental gymnastics that they do are immediately revealed in the second sentence that they even talk about their unhappiness with the situation that they're in. And it's just a fun little journey that I'm gonna take you on and just see everything about this person being kind of ridiculous and kind of ludicrous. The person I'm talking about here is this person right here named Felicius Zhang, who basically tweeted out a few days ago, like a week ago at this point. He basically said, "Bro, I wish I could have VTuber drama like this, but people only care about if female streamers, people debut and get 200K followers in a month. I have 50, not 50K, 50. And I started 4 years ago. I've been on hiatus for a few months because I've been so depressed about it." Why? What did women have to do with it? Like the first comment even like says it, but like what did women have to do about this right here? Why did women? What was possibly making it so that women are in the factor here? I would say male VTubers also debut and get 200K followers in a month, but I don't know why we're just mentioning women. I guess because this is like a male VTuber. He's trying to say that women have it a lot easier and that they can do whatever they want, and that he who put in the actual work is not actually getting the correct amount of views. Like it just makes absolutely no sense, and like I don't even know what VTuber drama he's talking about, because there's VTuber drama like 40 times a week, and it's just so much to even keep track of. And I'm someone who like tries to keep track of it, and I just can't, because once again, so much bullshit going on. But I don't even know like what possibly could have like prompted him to say anything about this. And he keeps on going. This isn't the only tweet that he made. And this is kind of the one that got the most amount of traction. This is the one that I actually saw first, where he basically says, "But you know how it is." And I'm assuming this is following up on his first tweet. "No one cares about small independent male streamers anymore. I wish it wasn't the case. I want to build a community for myself and have so much to give, but no one gives me the time of day." Once again, kind of making it about like, male female dichotomy thing, where basically trying to say that no one likes male streamers. That's kind of odd, because like I feel like once again Twitch is the most dominated male space of all time. And I would assume, even if we're doing the most generous type of view on this, where he's talking about male independent VTubers, not just male independent streamers, still doesn't really make any sense. I feel like you can find a wide variety of male independent streamers on Twitch who do VTubing specifically, because I think once again this is the issue that he's having, who maybe are doing something differently than what you're doing and are doing a successful job at it. I don't really know, and I'll get to this point in a second, but it's because like this guy doesn't have a lot of content to even analyze what the fuck he's doing and maybe understand why people aren't giving him a following that I guess he believes that he deserves. I think a big thing too, and the big thing about this is that I think a lot of people who have this mentality where they believe that they're entitled to get viewers and have a community, specifically if they just put in the work, and specifically if they believe that they have a lot of like good stuff that they can offer. Now, obviously, is it a bit demotivating if you think you put down the greatest piece of work of art of all time, then no one gives it the time of day? Yes, but like that's kind of the risk you take when you're doing like online content creation, and specifically like Twitch or YouTube, and even more specifically Twitch, because Twitch is like known to be the least discoverable platform of all time, and I'm assuming that's where we're talking about streaming, because Twitch is a streaming platform. But then once again, like I guess we'll never know, and I'm gonna get to this point once again, like I said for the second time. It's really hard to tell if this guy has so much to give, because he doesn't really show anything to give at all in any capacity. And more information is revealed. I'm getting really fucking tired of people coming in and saying I need to buy a new avatar. Like, this is a $2,000 avatar that I had commissioned down to the exact detail. And no one even comes to my streams because I'm not popular or pushed by an agency. The fuck you mean it's old? I mean, I'm sorry about this, boss. Like, I'm sorry, but that's kind of a really fucking stupid financial investment. I will say, like, obviously I'm not flaming on anyone who gets a VTuber model, even if they're not the biggest VTuber. Like, it's your money. If you have the money to do it, then do it if you want. But to believe that like it's gonna specifically bring you in any sort of viewership or anything like that just by having like an expensive VTuber model or VTuber model you put a lot of work in, is once again believing that you're entitled to a community, and not believing that you actually have to like just, one, get lucky. That's kind of the biggest thing, and then two, have stuff to offer after you get lucky. And the fact that you're just so unhappy about this, like once again, maybe if you are only commissioning an expensive VTuber model because you believe it'll give you views, and not because like you want to continue to create good content. It's not probably the best financial investment to waste that much money on it if like this is once again the mentality that you're gonna have. Especially when it's like just a big buying a lottery ticket when it comes to any sort of investment you're putting into streaming that isn't just like getting a microphone so people can actually hear it. And even then that's a gamble in itself because you gotta pay money for a microphone. And then like the final tweet of this guy's little rant online, it's like a really small rant, I guess it's 4 tweets. Is like I've tried getting sponsored. I've tried aggressively pushing on Discord servers. I've tried announcing streams and posting schedules. It's not a problem with my model or me. It's the community. No one wants to give the new people a chance, which I don't feel like this is true. I mean, like for me, I'm consistently looking out for new VTubers, not even just new VTubers, new streamers in general, just because it's kind of fun to see what new people have, and like if people are going to be entertaining, they're going to be entertaining, no matter if they have 0 viewers or 100,000 viewers, because that's kind of what it is, and that's kind of what makes people get famous if they have something to offer. And so like. Once again, I've said this multiple times, saying that it's the community's fault and like expecting viewership just because you put in the work is unbelievably entitled. And like, if you should know anything about content creation at all, it's not, you're never entitled to any viewers. You're never entitled for anyone to give you the time of day because it is their time of day. And you have to kind of convince them to even venture out and give you their time, maybe and eventually money, but even their time is still like a massive investment for people most of the time. And like when I was looking at this guy's account, I found something really interesting here, and people have also pointed this out. If you look at his bio right here, there's just no like links to any sort of streaming website, not like YouTube, not Twitch, not even like Kick, because I know some VTubers for some reason stream on there. TikTok, no any other social media in any capacity that links to any possible streaming, unless like this guy just streams on Twitter or some shit. But that's not really what I think anyone does. Big issue here is when you're saying you have so much content to offer, but then like there's fucking no way to find the content that you offer because like there's nothing on your Twitch or your Twitter account going anywhere to a stream, and you're saying like how can I get no one to watch my streams? Motherfucker, I don't know what any of your accounts are called because you don't link me to it. So that's one of the big issues, and I think that's like a massive problem with this guy's like mentality is that like he's doing nothing right here. He failed at step 1. Because if Twitter is supposed to be growing your platform so you can like spread people out to other platforms that you had, they can't find you because you don't have it linked anywhere on your account. But there's another little fun detail here that is interesting about this guy's entire online presence. So he did say he went on hiatus, but even if he went on hiatus, the motherfucker's gone live 4 total times in the past 6 years. Someone pulled up his Twitch tracker and like his Twitch account, and in 6 years, you've gone live 4 times. And like they point out the same thing. There's no links in your bio for anyone to easily find you, and all you ever talk about is how rough it is to be a streamer. Why the hell would anyone watch you when you're not committed enough to be consistent and are pushing the blame onto an entire demographic of your fault? Even the top content creators talk about streaming to 1 viewer for months before gaining recognition. How do you expect to get a following when you don't even do 100th of a fraction of the effort? Like, yes, you're saying that like you've worked so hard, but you've streamed 4 times. I've streamed 4 times in the last like 2 weeks. And you don't see me complaining because like if you're doing this for a job, you had to first do it for a fun. Have anything else to do. And if it becomes your job, then like good job, you've won Twitch is basically how it is. But the fact that you legitimately put in none of the effort and are blaming the community, and more specifically saying it women because they have it easier. I guess that you're not a woman. It's like one of the reasons why you're failing. Is absolutely ludicrous. And like another person kind of subtweeted it, so like the stupidity of this guy is kind of permeating the cracks of the VTuber community. It's like it's shattering out, it's fractaling out to everyone who could possibly even talk about this, where person basically sums up perfectly. Another day, another dude complaining that he isn't growing as a VTuber. I go to his page, all of his recent tweets are about something along the lines of I hate females, everybody only cares about girl VTubers and won't give me a chance. Last time I streamed was in 2025. Subtweeting it, but it is this dude. Once again, I think I've said this multiple times at this point, but like, if you don't stream for fun at first and you try to make it a job, I think it is your best idea to quit. If you listen to any sort of actual like person who's made it in content creation, not even just in VTubing, but in content creation in general, the vast majority of them are going to be like, yeah, if you're selling out and trying to do everything you possibly can to grow on Twitch, and like the only thing you care about is the numbers by your name, then it's like not the job for you. Not even a job, it's not the hobby for you. It's not the thing you should be doing because it's just a giant luck machine. You try to get as much as yourself out there in the luck machine so that if like a random person just like puts their hand in it and grabs something, it might be your content. That's legitimately all it is. And if like they see your content and like they say, I wonder if they have any other good content, and then they consistently start watching you, that's kind of what it is. It's just a giant snowball that you have to get rolling. But for majority of the people, the snowball won't even start. Like for me personally, I kind of stream often. I stream like a few times a week. Do I expect that my streams like are 3 or 4 times a week are gonna be the only reason why I get viewers? No. Have I gotten like some consistent viewers? Yes. Is it a lot? Not really, but it's like it is more than zero. Do I care about the number by my name? No. Why? Because I'm doing this for fun. I'm doing it to entertain. And even if one additional person that I don't know who's not my friend sticks by, then that's kind of a dubski right there. And I feel like that's the mentality you have to have when you're a smaller streamer. And I like what this dude's trying to say, where like he believes he put in the effort, which we now know is just fucking not even true. And he believes that that effort simply just warrants him viewers. It makes it so he's deserving of viewers. When you're not deserving of viewers, no matter what you do, no matter how good of your content that you make, nothing ever warrants you being deserving of viewers. It's simply just out of people's volitions to decide if they want to watch you or not. Decide if they believe that the content you're producing is worthwhile if they so happen to fall upon you. I thought it was just kind of funny to see another person. Like, once again, this is a broke bitch calling a broke bitch broke. It's kind of just how it is. Like, I just kind of wanted to point this out and once again give my take as someone who, I guess, technically speaking, is in a similar situation. Now, I didn't punt $2,000 on a VTuber model. I have this fucking PNG that I ripped from Battle Block Theater and then put a stick on it because it's like a puppet. And I thought, like, you know, giving a non shit take on this is a warranted thing. Now, I'm not saying this to be like, hey, this is a smaller streamer that you should love. If you don't even make it to the point of the video and you don't give a fuck about me, that's your free will to do it. And that's really all I want to talk about for today. So thank you for watching. Goodbye.